Hello everyone! So first of all I want to apologize. I do have a cold, so I might sound a little different, and two, I also want to apologize for a bunch of the background noise right now. So yes, like I said, I apologize. Today's video is going to be about why Patches uses two different types of bedding and what you could do to kind of help prevent this for your guinea pig. Now if you do want a way more in-depth video on not just the reasoning, but like the whole process of how I fixed her problem that led to this, let me know because I will gladly make a video on that. But that is not today's video. So the reason she needs two different types of bedding is because she had a dandruff problem. Now it wasn't anything severe, it was just kind of mild dandruff. And I was actually really shocked to see her get dandruff because I had no idea what it was for. And my first initial reaction was kind of like, oh crap, she has mites. What am I going to do? All of that type of thing. And I noticed her dandruff when I came back from my church thing kind of late, like mid to late June. And I was super scared that it was mites because I do know that I put her in my bed. She goes on my floor. I mean, she lives in my bedroom, so I was really quick to wash everything in my room and also to just try to do this. And I took 3 days at most, and I did extensive research on guinea pigs and dandruff. Now, dandruff is very common actually. It's just like the reason that could be causing it varies depending on the guinea pig and whatnot. Now, if you do suspect that your guinea pig has mites, you'll know because they will itch and bite themselves extensively. Because obviously it's itching, skin, hair, all that, biting it off. The Patches is not doing that. I mean, yeah, she would get her few little itches and scratches throughout the day, but she wasn't doing it like all the time like a pig with mites would. And so I was like, okay, so it's not mites, what could it be? And I found 3 things that really stuck out to me, which was mites, which I ruled out. And another one was poor nutrition, which I was like, there's no way that she has poor nutrition because she has hay all the time, water, bunch of fruits and vegetables, a bunch of pellets. Like, she is never without anything, and she does get fruit once a week or sometimes once every 2 weeks. Depends on how I'm feeling when I want to give it to her. And at least like once or twice a week she gets special treats. So I knew it wasn't that. Plus she was perfectly healthy, shiny coat, awesome behavior, perfectly fine, all that. So I ruled that out. And the third one I actually don't remember right now, but I do remember it kind of giving me that, oh, that's, whoa, okay. But I took it upon myself to call a small animal veterinarian clinic, and before I did that, I knew I was going to have to give Patches a bath of some sort. Now, I didn't want to do it without asking a veterinarian who specializes in, small animals, exotic pets, and stuff like that, because I did not want to do it wrong and make it worse, or I just didn't want to do it at all because if I did it wrong, it wouldn't help. So I decided to call a professional who went to school for 4 years to learn about this. So I called them. They said, the usual, how may I help you? I said, I have a question to ask you. And this thing took about 10 to 15 minutes overall. It was pretty quick, which is a good thing. And I just said, my guinea pig has dandruff, and I'm pretty sure it's not mites because she's not biting or chewing herself extensively and stuff like that. And she said, okay, so if it's not mites, I would suggest one, you would have to give her a warm water bath and make sure that you keep the house pretty warm and stuff or the room, so she doesn't get like sick, get the chills and stuff. And I said, yes, I will do that. And then she said, you're going to need a pet, like a small animal or guinea pig safe dry shampoo, and brush that through afterwards. But do you have any more questions? And I was like, yes, so I don't know what could be causing it, and I want to know just so I can stop it from happening. First thing she asked me, what type of bedding is your guinea pig using? And I said, well, half of her cage is industrial carpet, and then the other half is cedar. At the time was her cedar bedding, just cedar. And this is where she kind of gave me that reassurance about stuff, and she was like, when my guinea pigs had cedar in their cage, the same thing actually happened. And no, it's not that like cedar is a bad bedding, people shouldn't use it and stuff. It's just that every guinea pig is different, and their bodies and fur types and skin types and all that are different and might react differently to different types of bedding and stuff like that. So I would suggest trying a paper-based bedding. That's what I did, and it worked like a charm, and her dandruff problem, like her pig's dandruff problem, stopped. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I will totally do that. She would have a good day. I said, you too, and then that was it. And that's and then the next day, I got her shampoo, got her new paper-based bedding, and luckily it was on a Sunday, which is the day that I cleaned her cage, and so I gave her a bath, I brushed her out, made her dry, and when she was kind of damp, sprayed her stuff on her, brushed it through, put in her new bedding that day, and it was gone. And now the next week's video is actually her cage clean video. And so you'll see on there, you know, I use the cedar bedding still. I just have it underneath the paper-based bedding. And sometimes throughout the week, her bedding will actually kind of, like her cedar bedding, some of it will get kicked up. I don't know if you can see them. There's some right there. Anyway, so some of it gets kicked up and she'll touch it or whatever. But it doesn't give her too much dandruff, or like it hardly gives her any. Actually, it doesn't give her any. But I will look at her, check her skin, feel her, do all that. If there is perhaps one flake, or maybe I just see her skin that looks like it's starting to flake, I'll just get the shampoo, spray it on, brush it out, good, no dandruff, and I do that every week. I don't have to use the shampoo every week, but I do like to look at it during grooming day and stuff to make sure that she's doing good. So yes, like I said earlier, if you want a more extensive video, let me know. I will go through the process of what I did, how I did it, what you should do, what you should not do, stuff like that, because I don't want people to feel like, you know, hey, they're doing it wrong or whatever, because there's many different reasons. And if you do use Google, please ask someone's like personal opinion on it other than Google, because Google has this thing where it likes to spread around false answers and true answers, and don't freak out and stuff like that. So always at least call a vet. A lot of people don't usually go to vets because they're like, oh, it's too much money just to walk in. Calling a veterinarian clinic and asking a question is completely free, so you can do it and get their opinion, unless they say, from what you've told me, this sounds serious, bring your pig in to do it. But if it doesn't, then don't. So yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, give it a like, and if you're feeling generous today, subscribe for more videos, because generosity is a great thing in this world and we need more of it. Really quick before I go, I still have Gwen. I'm having her until Sunday, so a couple more days that she's leaving. But they just got their dinner, but that's it for today's video. Bye!